Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Vivek Learns. So in the last video we had solved some of the problems of pep coding functions where we had converted a number from any base to decimal. So in this video we'll continue solving some more problems. So the next is any base. So we'll click on this problem any base. So we are given a number n, we are given number a base b1. N is a number on base B, you are given another base B2, you are required to convert the number N of base B1 to number in base B2. So we'll be given three inputs and we'll have to, the first one is the number, the base that the number is in and the base that we have to convert the number to. So let's see an example. Like if this is an example, like we have to convert this number which is in base 2 to base 3, which is this number. So how will we approach this? So in the last video we had seen that we can convert a number in any base to decimal, and also we had seen in the previous question before that we can convert decimal to any base. So using that we will approach this problem, right? So we'll be using some functions here like a methods or functions, whatever you want to call, and then we'll use those functions and convert the number first to decimal and then to the required base. Okay, so let me create a new class called anyBase to anyBase. We take some inputs. We have a number, enter base of the number, and we'll have another input, which is enter base to which want to convert. You want to convert. Let's call it converted base. Convert to base, right? Okay, so what we can do is that first we can check if it's simple any base to decimal or decimal to any base. Otherwise, have to call some additional functions, right? So if it is, so let's have methods here. So this method will convert, let's say any base to decimal. And let's have another method here. Let this method be static. Let me return some empty value here first, just for the sake. And we create another number which is decimal to any base. We format it. Yep. So what this does is it both of these numbers take a number and they return a converted number. So what this will do is it will take that any base number. So if we have a number in any base and we have to convert it into, we'll apply a for loop, we'll extract the digits of them, and then we multiply it by the base times the power. So let me have int count defined here as 0, and what we do is while num is not equals 0, we keep on iterating, and what we do is we get the digit num mod 10. Okay, so that's how we get the digit, and what we do is digit times the base. So we'll have to take the base that we have to convert to. Oops, base. Let's see. What we do is we have to declare another variable also. See, decimal number, which is 0, right? And digit times base, and we'll have to have some power logic here. Digit times, we can have something like math.pow. We have base and then the count. And we just have to add those, right? Add the decimal. So what we do is if we have, let's say, 101, then we get 100, then we get 0 first. We have got 0 as the digit. Then what we have done is we multiply 0 with power, with base to the power, like 2 to the power whatever the count is. So count will be initially 0 and then it will be incremented. Also we'll have to do decrease the number each time, right? Then we'll have to return decimal number. So this is the logic for decimal number. And let's say we have the decimal number now, and we'll have to convert that to any base. So we'll have similar kind of logic here, but what we'll have to do is we have to take that number till it's not 0, but we'll have to have mod by base. So we'll have to also take base here. Mod by base also here, and we'll have converted num, let's say. So this converted num, what will be the logic for this? Let's try to code in. So we get the digit first, and what do? We multiply that, correct, with 10 or 10 to the power something times int math dot pow 10 to the power count plus plus, let's see. So what happens, like, let's say if we have 4, okay, let me take an example. We save this first, and let's say we have 4. What we do is we divide it, and if we have to convert that into of base 2, we divide it by 2. So 2 ones are 2, and then the remainder is 0. Again, 2 2 twos are 4. my bad, and the remainder is 0. Then again what we do is we again divide by 2. 2 ones are 2 and that's completely divisible, so the remainder is 0. So again we divide it by 2 and 2 zeros are 0, and that's how we get 1 here as the remainder. So, and then what we do is that we take the opposite value, right? So this will be the output will be 1 0 0. So this will be the unit place, this at the 10th, this at the 100th place. So that is how we have the logic. 10 to the power count plus plus, and we just add the number as well. So this is how we'll do it, and we have to return converted num. So now what we have to do is we have to check if what to do we have to check we have to check if the base that we are given is equals to 10. Then what we do is we call the number that we are given is in base 10, like this number. Decimal to any base is the function that we'll call, correct? And we just pass the num and the convert to base. Then if the converted base like the base is not equals to 10, so we have we'll have an else if condition or something like that, any base to decimal. So let's think about that. Let's see, any base to decimal, it will convert from any base to decimal, correct? Decimal to any base. Else if what we can do is that we can have else if base is not equal to 10 and what is the other condition that we have? Base is not equals to 10 and convert to base is okay, so this convert to base equals to 10. So basically this will convert from any base to decimal. So we'll call this function, give this as the input, num comma convert to any base. Else what we have is both of these conditions are not satisfied. So what we can do in that case is we'll first convert it into decimal, correct? Any base to decimal, and then we'll convert decimal to that base. Okay, so any base to decimal. So we have convert to base, and then we'll get some value right from here. Convert to base, it will convert to decimal, which is 10, and then decimal to any base, this will convert. But what do we give here? Let's say give this here. So we can have the result and we can equate the result here. Result equals something like this. Any base to decimal. So it will first convert to decimal and then we go from decimal to base. And then we print. Oops, the result, right? So let's try to run this. First, let's try for 4. 4 is in base 10, so it's, and we want to convert it to 2. So output should be 100. Yes, we have the desired output. And now let's run it once again to convert from 1001 to, which is in base 2, to 10. Oops, we did not get the desired output. So 1001 is 1 2 raised to power something, right? 2 raised to the power 0, which is 1. 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 8 plus 1, 9 almost, right? So this should return 9. But it did not. So what did we do wrong? If convert to base if 2, base is not equal to 10. And enter base of a number for 2. 2 is the base. So base is not equal to 10. Convert to base is equals to 10. Correct? So it will go here. Any base to this decimal. What we'll do is that the logic seems fine, but where did we go wrong? Base is not equal to 10. Let's try to run. This is in base 2. Okay, so we'll have to convert to base if 10. Okay, so we'll have to give the base number, right? Okay, yep, we'll have to give the base number here. And we'll have to think about this also, right? Decimal to any base. We'll have to give the base that we want to convert to. Uh, Let's think about it. Decimal to any base. So we'll have to give that particular base number, not convert to base, right? Then we convert from any base to decimal. Any base to decimal first. Okay, so we give that number and we give the base that we have, right? We have that number, let's say 100. We want to convert it into base 3. So first we'll convert that into decimal. So 100 is 2 to the power 2 times 1, correct? So we'll have that 1 times 2 to the power 2. So this method will be called, right? Any base to decimal, and then we'll have to pass that base that we have, right? And then we get the decimal number. And this decimal number we have to convert to that base, correct? So it will call decimal to any base where we divide it. Yes, so this seems fine now. Let's try to run it once more for 1001. which is in base 2, and we want the output is in base 10, which should give us 9, right? And let's try to convert 9 to octal, which is almost 11, which is this is number in base 2, and we want number in base 8, which is almost 11, correct? Which is 11 because 7 is 7 is the last digit, 8 is 10 for octal, and 9 will be 11. So that is all about this problem. So that's it for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.